All right, hi everybody. Welcome back, Attorney Steve Honor, and welcome to another exciting breaking news with Attorney Steve. All right, today we're talking about the new federal deepfake law. Okay, can you believe Congress finally got together? 405 to 2, a true bipartisan. Wow, you don't see that anymore, but two people held out. I'll tell you who they are. But look down below. Two people held out, did not vote for this act. All right, let's take a look. This is the federal deepfake law. I got to read it here because this is really a long thing. I have up here the Take It Down. It's called the Take It Down Act. Okay, ready for this? The act may be cited as tools to address known exploitation by immobilizing technological deepfakes on websites and networks act. Take it down. Can you believe that? Tools to address. Anyway, it's a long name. It's all you need to know. It's going to be on the president's desk for signing. He is expected to sign it. This will create a federal deepfake law. And some people say, why do we need it? We already have, if somebody's going to put something up with your picture, you can already do a copyright action. Or if somebody's threatening to post something, you have various extortion laws. You have a lot of states have revenge porn laws. A lot of states will have that. So, but let's take a look. This is what the federal deepfake law is going to show here. These apply to websites and social platforms and also mobile apps. These are the companies that must comply. And we'll talk about that in a second, what they must do, but they must comply. And it's usually dealing with companies that offer the ability to post UGC, user-generated content. So sites that have that ability, Facebook and Twitter and all these other sites, Reddit, where users can post things. This law will create compliance obligations on these entities, okay? They must create a link process to show this is where you can report in improper posting, a deepfake, what they sometimes call a digital forgery, okay? So, but anything that's depicting someone in an unwanted, non-consensual, intimate sexual position, whether it's a real image, that's kind of more like posting a revenge porn. You get a real image, you're upset at your girlfriend, and you post it online somewhere, and everybody's now you're liable for revenge porn if you do it for intending to get some sort of revenge. But it also applies to the digital images, so it applies to real images, digital forgery. This is what I have here. Digital forgery, deepfake, and RP, okay? RP is a revenge porn. That's a real image. So all these things are going to fall under, if these things get posted, somebody can write to one of these agencies through their link that they must create, a link created process, and they will only have 48 hours. They have to act fast. That's pretty fast. 48 hours to remove the offending images, but also to remove duplicates. So that puts a little extra duty on them if they're not adhering to these various requirements. Standing here overseeing everything, FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Okay, the FTC. All right, so that's it. So you have these new compliance requirements. If you're one of these entities, you're going to need to do a little compliance work there to set it up and to put systems into place to make sure that you're not only taking down the images at issue, but taking a quick search, seeing if there's any duplicates, any others just like it, okay? So that's the requirements. If there's problems with that, FTC could do enforcement actions, fines, things like that. But I suspect most do. But some of the little companies may not be aware of this new legal requirement, and you need to make sure you're complying with this, or your mobile app or your social media website or whatnot can be in trouble. You can be found liable under this law, okay? Now, this law applies to both minors under 18 and adults. There's some different standards. I'll go over those briefly, what you're looking at. For minors under 18, if you post something, if you knowingly publish or threaten to publish, those are the standards for both. Knowingly publish or threaten to publish, either for the content dealing with minors or adults, but here it requires the intent to abuse or harass. You get a picture out of somebody's yearbook, you post it, you harass them, you put it on a deep fake imagery, making them look in a sexually explicit posting, and that is a problem under the law. Take it down. So you send it, take it down 48 hours. Sexually arousing, if you're posting something, dealing with a minor, you're trying to sexually arouse people, those kinds of things will also violate the law, okay? Same thing with adults, intent to cause harm. You can take a picture that somebody has a reasonable expectation of privacy with, and if you post that, that's also in violation of the statute. Once again, knowingly and threatening to publish. Fines, these can be, guys, this can be a felony, if you can believe it, felony and fines. I mean, there was, jail time I saw, I think it was up to 18 months. That's felony level. There's one, I think, dealing with minors, I believe it goes up to 3 years. So it's not fun and games anymore. It's a federal law. There was a lot of state laws having various things. As I mentioned, there was always false light. You could have always looked at a possible claim for false light, where somebody's posting something, a deep fake of you, it's not you, put you in a sexual light, and that's not what you wanted. False light was a potential. I have a video on false light I'll put down in the description area, but false light was one, extortion laws, but a lot of people talking, I have right here, I have here free speech, okay? So now this is where it gets a little tricky, because there needs to be free speech in our country, especially dealing with celebrities and public officials. So there are some exceptions and carve-outs for public officials. So this will be kind of interesting to see how this plays out. But this is a general overview of what you're going to see here with the federal deepfake law. If you're one of these websites, make sure you're complying. We can help you with that here at Vondran Legal. We can help you compose and comply and do what you need to do with that. And we can also help if you're a victim of somebody knowingly publishing, threatening to publish, deep fakes, digital forgeries, sexually explicit images, revenge porn, those kinds of things. So it's coming here, bipartisan for once, bipartisan. Yes, they can do things when they get together. Isn't that amazing? So hope you like this. General legal information only, not legal advice. Feel free to comment down below. And we really appreciate you watching. Have a great Thursday. We'll be back. I hope to get some videos out this weekend. So make sure you're subscribing. Boop. Have a great day.